Despite the dangerous visitor lurking around Hogwarts, Harry insisted on going to visit Hagrid. He was anxious to hear the outcome of Buckbeak's trial.
Was that? I think it was.
Poor Buckbeak!
Poor Hagrid. They've carried out the execution. Look! It's Scabbers!
You see, Ron, Crookshanks was innocent.
I've got you, you naughty rat! Oh!
Run!
If that dog can get in, we can.
Where does this tunnel come out?
I don't know. But we've got to help Ron.
Alright guys, what is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993, back at it again with part 10 of my Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban PC gameplay. We're on the Shrieking Shack, and this is where, of course, well, these next two parts are definitely the big meat and potatoes of this game. There's definitely a couple like small little things like, you know, around this, but basically the two main parts of the story gonna basically be wrapped up into one video, or else I'd be doing like a 1-minute video of me trying to fight off Dementors, basically, and it's gonna be pointless. So some stuff's gonna be combined these next two videos before we get to the 3 final exams. There's gonna be about 15 videos altogether for this Let's Play. Let's get moving here. I also want to say I am very surprised there was no like challenge of us trying to get past the Whomping Willow like we had to. Just, you know, the Whomping Willow was just there and then it disappeared pretty much. There's one wizard card in this round. There is 5 secrets. Some of them are very odd, like this first one. It's right here. It's weird though. Got a cast on it, and that counts as a secret for some reason. Not sure why. So that's a weird first secret. Very well hidden as well, which is for a couple of the secrets in this round. But yeah, you'd think with the Whomping Willow kind of being like a challenging object, they'd have some type of like a task for you to try to get around the Whomping Willow. Because, you know, it was a task for Hermione in the actual movie. Remember, she got grabbed by the Whomping Willow. Hermione, get out of the way, for crying out loud. And also there's a lot of things in here you need multiple people to cast that. Just again, also just check above here because there is some skulls hidden up there at times. Our second secret's on this wall right here. But yeah, again, this part again, we're basically in the tunnel. Second secret again, heading to the Shrieking Shack to save Ron as the dog, or you know, it's not who we think it is. We don't know at the moment. Kidnap Ron, but for good reasons. And you know, I find it funny also how it's like, you know, like they have this big tragedy with Buckbeak, and then Scabbers goes running off, and it's like, oh, it's no big deal. It's just a little rat going nuts, running away, and you know, then it ends up being just a big disaster.
Thank goodness.
Chocolate frogs, definitely much needed. All right, grab a save book here for the first one of this part. It's not super duper long, the Shrieking Shack, not really, but you know, it still has its challenges and whatnot. I wouldn't say it's super duper challenging though, but you know. And also we find out a big secret about Professor Lupin as well in this part. Another thing we need. Come on. We're not. Okay, I don't know why I didn't point at this one, though. Back up because more charmed skeletons, which we actually do see them again in the Card Paper Tractum final exam. So Ron doesn't get to deal with them now, but later he will. I can't remember if they're in any of the other final exams. But of course it's weird because they're doing a final exam with each spell, but yet again, shouldn't all 3 of them be having to practice this spell? That's only again, it does not make sense. But also, I'll mention a good news is last night I finished going through for the first time Harry Potter and the what's it called? Oh, Half-Blood Prince. I like that game, but of course I want to go back and start practicing since I've only played through it once. Get the Salamander first. Goblet of Fire, because that will be the next Let's Play. Harry, you can be good too, Hermione, if you want. We're not done though, because there's some charmed skeletons. There's the second one. They don't all come out at a time though. Well, some places, like at the end of this the tunnel to the Shrieking Shack, there will be some bigger groups, but they all don't come out at once. Well, first, here's our third secret. Just make sure you get close enough to the treasure chests to do so, or else it will not register as a secret. Yeah, but again, the Goblet of Fire game is still definitely... Right now, I'm still going to start searching for the 2 Deathly Hallows games. But the Goblet of Fire right now, to me, is still my least favorite video game. Oh, no! And that chocolate frog went with us. Yeah.
Fine, but I don't see a way back up.
Well, if you knew Carpe Retractum, maybe you could, but apparently it does not, but there's no statue. But, so we're going to be Hermione briefly. We walk out here, and this is why we're Hermione, because she's the only person that knows how to cast Draconiphores. Now, we'll give the first one fire pit over here. We'll do the one above the exit last, because, well, again, I don't get why they're playing this, like, you know, soft-sounding music, in a place like this, which is all old and musty looking. But the reason why we're doing that is because here's our 4th secret right here, which, you know, just grab some beans. Hermione cannot get into it, but the dragon will. I know we named, again, I'm trying to remember, did we ever name the dragon anything else? I mean, we named the rabbit Peter Cottontail. PCT, if you want to call him by his initials. Grab some more beans. Again, we're going to have plenty to be able to try to, you know, wrap up the wizard cards and whatnot in the final round when we grab all the secrets and such, which are still a couple rounds away from that. But yeah, again, this is like the meat and potatoes of this game, like the biggest stuff we watched this movie for. Which, again, as I've said before, Prisoner of Azkaban, you know, again, all the Harry Potter movies are good, which they better be good, of course, because I love the series in general, one of my favorite series of all time, and favorite movies as a kid. But I will still, again, say this one, Prisoner of Azkaban, is probably, of all 7 years, probably my least favorite one. I feel like not too much happens, really. Or in the fact that we find out who is a true person who betrayed Harry's parents. But I'm pretty sure I've said that in my other Let's Plays so far for Harry Potter. Of course, as we get up higher to it, there's going to be some more humor and some more love coming up in the air. Well, not really till the 5th video game. Hermione's blocked off, and then, uh-oh, she's completely trapped. He can't go anywhere. So Harry's walking down this dark hallway lit by torches. And, oh, look, there's a chocolate frog, thank goodness. But, of course, Harry has to go down this way. You want to know why? Because he's the only person who knows the Glacius. Yeah, we hope Ron's alright. First, grab the chocolate frog, we're good. Then run out here, and our last secret is definitely somewhere where along this path. Before we grab the save book, let's just cast Glacius and freeze up that water. So that way we don't have to do it, in case if we have to come back to this. So let's go for a slide. Oh shoot, almost forgot. Grab some pumpkin pasties from the skeleton head. There's just one straight path down for this slide, so nothing really, no need to come back to it again unless if we goof up and fall. Got that, and then there we go. That's it for sliding. So cast a spell on here. Nothing else really to see, so let's just see. We got a long way up to go, right? So, here's 1. Land safe and sound. Grab all that. Run around in circles for a second, and we are good. Number 2. Up we go. Land safe and sound. Now cast though on these skeleton heads, and it will reveal our 5th and final secret of this part of the game. And we've got 3 cauldron cakes. 84. Nice. We have plenty. Again, I can't remember for sure, but I think before, for some reason, when I started just doing the bookmark thing for practicing and redoing these, I still think we may have been 1 wizard card short from the previous ones. I don't think I bought as many when I was in the practice round at Fred George's shop. Like 1 less. I can't remember. Let me just grab this skull first before I grab the save book. Up the stairs. Grab a chest. Now, Hermione hasn't been freaking out, we have heard, since she got trapped, right? But just like this, we're back to normal again.
Well,
back up here.
That was fun.
It was! You got the slide, but, there's Ron's kids. Jeez, Ron, can you yell much more? My question is also, how did, Sirius, well, I'm sorry, the dog drag, Ron all this way through all these traps? Again, Ron doesn't know Draconifors and Labradors or Glacius. But, be careful, because... I don't think so. Well, there's no more secrets in this round. I know that for a fact. We still have the 1 more wizard card which we'll get right at the end of this, which we're almost done with this this portion. We just got this, and then jeez. Okay, got that. Grab some more beads. Yeah, we have so many beans. And it just falls over, saying, yep, I got nothing more to offer. Here, nothing in here. Well, let me check it out. Nope. Alright. Now, let's... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. There's 2 locks. Wow. A lot of chocolate frogs. Definitely needed those before going into this next part. This part is definitely a little bit tricky. Alright, so we wander into here.
What do you suppose this is?
It's called a puzzle. We gotta throw the stairs together to be able to get out on the other side.
Let me think about this.
Now, we switch over to Hermione for this part briefly, but there's no, Draconifors or Lapifors spells need to be cast. But I'm pretty sure they did this just to kind of, evenly divide up the work between Harry and Hermione. We get to play them in this, I guess. I don't know. Now, I did not know this, but until I saw this the other day, but for Goblet of Fire's PC game, you actually can, well, because the way it's structured, as you'll see when we get to it, you can actually have multiple people play the game at once, and, one person be Ron, one person be Harry, one person be Hermione. But just back up, get ready. We'll switch back to Harry here. So, like in this part again, not all of the skeletons will come out at once. Jeez, oh man. No, Harry, don't cast Alohomora on the stupid chest. Get the skeleton first. Okay. So stay over here real quick. Grab all these beans. Now, we could just escape right now if we wanted to, but we're going to be brave little heroes like we all are. And also take care of the skeletons on this side. They'll pop up any second. You see those little, like, you know, things of bones right there? Well, usually don't appear until after you cast on the other chest. Just be ready to go. I believe that is it. Just double check. Yeah, you'll know if there's ever skeletons because they'll have like those weird piles of bones on the ground. But alright, so that does it for that. So let's wander up here. Before we go any further, let's look at wizard card number 51, which I believe is this one.
Sasharissa Tugwood, 1874 to 1966. Pioneer of beautifying potions. Discovered pimple-curing properties of bubotuber pus.
Ugh, it sounds disgusting. Who knows? But okay, so that's the only wizard card of this round. So let's wander up to here. Well, now we've actually arrived inside the Shrieking Shack. And we're able to rescue Ron. There's Ron. Whoa, wait, hold on.
Where's the dog?
There's Ron Skins.
It's not a dog.
Yet he's still holding on to Scabbers. But there's the dog. And it is Sirius Black! Oh my gosh, dangerous man! Expelliarmus! What are we gonna do? I hate you, Sirius! But all of a sudden,
be afraid. Sirius Black is not what you think.
now Lupin finally speaks up and admits the truth.
He's not a rat. He's a wizard by the name
And of course, this whole time, Sirius was going after Scabbers because of who Scabbers really is. Which Lupin will explain in a second.
I can explain.
He doesn't look anything like he does in the movie.
Pettigrews and animagus. It wasn't Sirius Black who betrayed your parents, Harry. It was Pettigrew.
Why couldn't you tell him that from the beginning? Who knows? But if Lupin knew this whole time, why couldn't he have just told Harry? I don't know. Then again, there's a reason for everything.
James and Lily Potter to Voldemort. He had also framed
So,
Sirius
of
Black
course, this is where I probably would have cut it, but of course, there's like one more small thing after this, so to me, it's not worth, you know, cutting it right here. We'll do one more thing before we cut it, before we get to the next part. But here's a big secret we find out now. Either Hermione had suspected in the movies. I don't know what Professor Lupin's going to happen to him, but his face getting weird. Long nose. Oh my gosh, Professor Lupin's a werewolf! Okay, he just made something to run, turns into a dog, and takes out Lupin as the werewolf. Even though they're both friends, they're both trying to tame the other. Hermione's reaction's priceless. Says, I don't know what Pettigrew just did to Ron. Just cursed him or something. Turned to a rat, and he's escaped. Way to go.
Pettigrew's gone. He transformed into a rat.
And now Sirius, instead of going after Lupin, is going after Pettigrew.
You're right.
Ron is down and he's breathing, but he is out. And, you know, the big shocker, of course, here's Professor Lupin's a werewolf. But then, of course, here's the part where Harry goes to try to attempt to save Sirius from the Dementors. So we'll do this last part before we close out this portion before we get to the next part, which is basically, you know, the big finale besides the besides doing the final exams and such. But let's venture off these Dementors, and hopefully I do a better job with them. Because remember, I did kind of screw up casting a spell in that trap door in okay, got there. That trap door in Anti-Dementors part back in part 7. Usually this is pretty easy as long as you cast strong enough spells on them. Oh, there's a 5th one. Alright, so we got that, and yep, this is going to be basically cutting it down here. So before this part ends, guys, again, we all know what happens here. Harry gets grabbed by a Dementor. He's about to be sucked up. But, yeah, this is going to do it. And, of course, Harry is briefly saved, as we see here, but Harry thinks it's his father, but it is his father. We'll find out next time, guys. I'm the Club of the Man, 1993.